Well, to whoever might be in the chat, not sure if anybody's in. We had an abrupt end of the stream. Apologize for that. But Rosen has been working a beautiful inning here. Lots of strikes thrown and quick strikeouts, back-to-back strikeouts to start out this inning against Reed. And Ferreira breaks in a curveball. Thought he had strike three in the third out, but doesn't get it 1-2. Trying again, looking for the final pitch. It's a half swing, and it might pay off here. It is going to pay off. That pitch was well low and inside there to Soto, but he's able to make do and get a base hit out of it. Wow, wow, wow. So a 2-out mistaken base hit there, but VSA will take it. And the DH Ramos now digs in, looking to move him around the base pass. First pitch called strike 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch, drops a huge curveball in, but ball. Rosen really with some majestic curveballs that just going from sky high to low in the dirt. Does it again there. Swing and a miss. Strike 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. Sent out a little jam shot. And Aiden Perry ranging back, able to get the out just before it goes over his head for out number 3. So Rosen cruises through with 2 strikeouts to start the top of the 7th, but base hit there, nothing doing as the third out is recorded. A's coming up, still down by 1 as we stretch at Chick Chansey Park. As we come back for the bottom of the 7th, after we stretch, apologies for that stream ending. It just happened very randomly, very suddenly, and very unfortunate, frustrating on my end too, trying to keep a steady connection here at the ballpark. Most of the time it's good, but recently kind of acting up. But we're back. Looks like solid connection. And leading off here is Scott Mitchell. Fouls this one weakly towards the VSA dugout, 1-1. Mitchell 1 for 2 on the day with a single his last at bat, scored as well in that inning. That was off a 2 RBI double from Edens. Edens out of the game, though. Now it is going to be Julian Rodriguez taking his spot. 2-1 count here for Mitchell. Cepeda still on the mound for VSA. It's chopped towards the third baseman. Leyva takes a hop on him, throw over to first. It's in time for out number 1. Correction on that. That is number 3. So it looks like coach is moving people around the infield, I reckon, at this point. That's Giannis that came in. I think he might have come in and hit for Soto. Now he's over at third base. But anyways, it's 1 down after the ground out to third base. Mikey Ramirez up for his 4th at bat. 2 for 3, single and another single. One of those being an RBI base knock. 1-0 started out here. Crystal's on deck. Noonan still warming up in the bullpen for the A's. Pitch on the way. Bounced in the dirt. Good stop for 2-0. Upstairs and potentially out on that one. 3-0. Advantage to Mikey Ramirez here. This is the first inning since the first inning. Sounds like I'm repeating myself, but anyways, first inning since the first inning that the A's have not had a leadoff hitter get on base. Pitch in there for a strike, taken 3-1. Second baseman playing on the outfield cut of the grass. Very interesting. As this one's hit to shallow right field, it's going to drop, but it's foul. That one was falling into that Bermuda's triangle, as I like to say, of first, second, and right field. Harmlessly falls foul, though, for VSA. Mikey will dig back in with a full count now from 3-2, or 3-0 to 3-2. Now we're back in for the full count. Payoff pitch from Cepeda on the way. It drills Ramirez in the shoulder, and he'll take his base. Well, I reckon Ramirez is a bit frustrated on that one. Kind of wish he'd get it done at the start of the at-bat instead of getting drilled after that long at-bat in 3-2. But he'll take his base. Base runner on for the A's. They need base runners, and that's 3 bases or 3 at-bats that Ramirez has gotten in base in a row. He'll take over at first. Already a solid lead for him. And Crystal hasn't even dug in to the batter's box. Crystal 1 for 3 on the day. Started out with a single, scored ever since, struck out twice. First pitch nearly hits him, but he's able to get out of the way 1-0. Long pause here from Cepeda. Now comes set. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swinging and miss from Crystal. But we saw him get a nice hit there in the first at-bat of the day for him, but ever since, it's been coming up empty. Looking to barrel up a pitch here yet again in this game. We'll keep an eye on Ramirez to see when he might want to take off for second. One of the top base stealers on this Athletics team. Takes a big secondary. Crystal rips this one to left field. Fading, sliding catch for out number 2. And Ramirez has to retreat to first base. Great contact there from Crystal, but just one of those that finds a glove instead of a hole in the field. And now with that, Julian Rodriguez digging in for his first at bat. Replaced Hayes Edens defensively in the previous inning. First pitch to him, breaks in for strike one. Be surprised to see Ramirez try and go with 2 outs here. Doesn't go yet, at least. This one misses down low, 1-1. On one pitch, yanked outside, catcher able to keep it in front of him to keep Ramirez from taking second base. Rodriguez on the year, 25 games played, 260 or 226 batting average, excuse me. That's 14 hits on the year, 10 RBIs, 11 runs, and he has walked 12 times. Pitch in the dirt. Ramirez going to take advantage and get to second base. Catcher did good to block that one, but unable to trap it, gets away. Ramirez has second base. Now Rodriguez with the chance to drive in an RBI. Ramirez can fly, so just a little base knock could certainly do it. And he's in a hitter's count, 3-1 here against Zepeda. 3-1 pitch taken for ball 4, though. He'll take his base. Runners on first and second for the A's. Big opportunity here for the A's to tie it up or potentially even take a lead, but it's going to take 2 out hits. Aiden Perry, is he up to the task? We'll find out. First pitch on the way, outside, 1-0. Perry already has 1 RBI hit in this game. That came in the first inning, cashing in the first run for the A's. Again, big gap here between short and second base. Not going to find that gap, though. He finds the seats behind the third base dugout. Long pause here. Now Perry digging back in. Don't imagine runners are going to steal here, but we'll still keep an eye. They're not opposed to stealing third base. Ramirez pretty close to second base, though. This one flied out to left field and going to be caught for out number 3. So more base runners get left on base for the A's, running out of outs, running out of innings to complete the comeback. We'll go to the top of the 8th with VSA looking to get some insurance runs. Top of the eighth, pitching change to report. Cal Noonan takes over in this game. Cam Rosen's day is done. We'll get to Noonan's season stats, but in the meantime, let's check in to see how Rosen did through 2 innings. First pitch missed for a ball to Paul Martinez. Rosen, 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 4 strikeouts to no walks. Good stuff for him. This one's popped up behind the plate, goes into the screen, stayed in the field, but not playable. Foul ball. With the 1-1 to Martinez, we'll take a look at Noonan's stats. 27 innings of work. This is his 10th appearance on the season. 2-0 he's credited with as he misses outside here, 2-1. Has a save on the season as well. 35 strikeouts to 13 walks. Solid ratio there. And a 2 flat ERA. This one popped up on the left side of the infield. Casares with the catch for out. Number 1. Now, number 15, with Martinez out, looks like we have yet another replacement in the lineup. Gonna have to pull a number here as Noonan throws it over the head of the batter. Yikes. Has to duck to avoid getting hit. 1-0. Looks to be Weiser, number 13, Weiser. He'll be in for he'll be in for Yanez. 2-0 to him. Now 3-0 it appears. Noonan behind him early in this at bat. Looking to get back into it and not issue his first free pass in just 2 batters so far into his relief outing, but he's going to do it there. Ball 4 outside. Take your base. Weiser. And looks like the coach is unloading the bench here. So Leiva's day is done. That's Gonzalez now batting in his spot in the 5 hole. First at bat for him. Strike there, 0-1. See how testy Weiser gets at first, trying to still stack, and especially against the lefty. Doesn't there, swing and a miss, 0-2. A's would certainly appreciate a double play to get out of this inning real quick and get back up to bat, trying to tie and potentially take the lead in this game. Noonan takes a deep breath, comes set, fires. It's up in the air, and Maine are able to get it for out number 2. Well, 2 out of the first 3 batters were pinch hit for. Not this one, though, so Serta stays into the game. He'll see his 4th at-bat, over 3 on the day. Noonan looking to get him out for the 3rd out of his first inning. Works. Strike call there, 0-1. The 1 pitch, swing and a miss. He chased low and away there. Looked like Noonan had a well-placed changeup. He buried it down there. And already 1 pitch away from ending this top of the 8th. See what he chooses here. Comes home, swing and a miss. Looked like another changeup, and that'll end the inning. Second strikeout for Serta, first strikeout for Noonan, end of the top of the 8th. A's still searching for that tying run and comeback run here. They'll try and get it. in the second to last inning. Well, we saw Gonzalez come in as a pinch hitter for Leyva, and he's going to do more than that. He's out on the mound now for VSA. So Zepeda's day is done. Hard stuff. First pitch, bunt up the middle. Maynor just gets thrown out there. That was pretty close, to be honest, with a bunt that goes right back to the pitcher. Usually that's a can of corn, but that is a lot closer than you would expect. Either way, still quick, 1 out. So with 1 down, Luke Nevode up now. 2 times he's gotten on base, not via hits though. First time was a walk, and second time was an error. Fouls the first pitch he sees, back to the screen, 0-1. Casares gets the discarded ball off the bat, back to the umpire. 0-1 taken in the dirt for ball one, 1-1. A little bit of stretching going on in the A's bullpen. Doesn't look like anybody is firmly warming up, though. Should be the ninth inning for Cal Noonan. In the meantime, Gonzalez into his windup. 1-1 pitch. Nevode able to lay off there. Doesn't swing. 2-1. Two one on the way. It's hammered out to left field. It's going over his head. It is one hopper off the wall. That's extra base hits for Nevode. Into second base. Stand up double. Calls for time to get some guards off. But excellent whack there from Nevode out to left field. And just like that, runner in scoring position, tying runner in scoring position, gave Casares with the chance to get his first RBI since coming back. First pitch on the way, taken inside for a ball. Casares on the day 0 for 1, 2 walks, but the 0 for 1 was big with a double play, grounding into a double play that was in his 6th inning. Takes another ball here, though. He's halfway to his 3rd walk on the day. Has to call for time here, looking for his sign given to him. Has it in now. Last time we saw that happen with a runner on second, there was a runner on the move over to third base. Perhaps a hit and run here with Nevode. Not on this pitch at least, as it is in the dirt, 3-0. Imagine he'll be taking here all the way. Pitch squares around a bunt, actually, and takes ball 4. That was pretty interesting, but ends up working out all right for the A's. 3rd walk of the day for Casares. Runners on first. And second, Luke Reed with a big spot, big opportunity to tie things up, move pit runners around, and perhaps get the game-winning run here in the 8th inning. Casares is the go-ahead run at first base. First pitch to Ree upstairs, but gets the call. Looked to be a bit generous, 0-1. Ree 1 for 4 on the day. Single, tried to stretch it out to double, but was thrown out in the 4th inning. Aside from that, a couple of ground outs and a fly out. Pitch number 2 from Gonzalez gets away from the catcher. Looked like it 5-holed him, bounced off the cleat, and boy, oh boy, A's have 2 runners in scoring position now. All right, interesting to see what happens here now that Ree slices this one to the shortstop and looks like he was able to catch it. Just scraped it off of the ground for out number 2. Yep, infield umpire says so. Ree isn't too sure about it, but he'll head back to the dugout for 2 down. Good job from the base runners freezing on that, though, able to get back to the backs to avoid getting doubled up. Well, now it's going to really take a base hit to get that run across with 2 down, and Scott Mitchell is the man that faces the challenge here. Digs into the box, takes first pitch strike, 0-1. Again, Nevode at third after his double. Walk for Casares. He's at second. Bounces in the dirt, but catcher able to stop it from going too far away. 1-1. Mitchell with a single today, scored on that as well. That's how the 5th inning led off. 1-1 pitch. It was a slider that was started out too high and goes outside, 2-1. Again, an abnormally windy summer night here at the ballpark. Really curious to see how that might affect any fly balls hit out to the outfield. It's definitely favoring the lefties tonight, as this one is sliced over to the A's dugout. Foul ball. Now the count is 2 apiece. Gonzalez looking to finish things off here and stave off the threat. Mitchell keeps it alive, though, slaps it into the seats behind the A's dugout. Another 2-2 pitch on the way. That one misses way upstairs, and the count has run full. So potentially 1 pitch away from the A's lead, 1 pitch away from Two runners left on base, one pitch away from bases loaded. Let's see what happens. It's going to be neither neither of the three. That one's fouled yet again away to the right side, 3-2. Coach for VSA calling out shifts here. He sees that Mitchell has been late on these, so he is bringing in the right fielder closer to the line to cover off that. 3-2 try yet again, and Mitchell still able to keep it alive. It's fouled off the catcher's mask. Yet another 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. It's chopped foul yet again. Mitchell stubborn in the box. Gonzalez looking for anything to try and get him to dribble out, fly out, or just simply swing and miss. Kudos to Gonzalez for making competitive pitches, though. He is challenging Mitchell, and Mitchell is challenging him back with swings. Oh, he thought he had that strikeout, but Mitchell takes it for ball 4. They appeal the swing. No swing. VSA fans are not happy with that. But that long battle ends up with Mitchell walking, and bases are now loaded for the A's. Bases juiced. Huge chance here for the A's to complete a comeback here. And one of their best hitters now up at the plate, Mikey Ramirez, looking to find a gap here. He's found 2 today with 2 base hits, and he takes that first pitch for a ball, 1-0. 1 RBI hit for him, looking for a couple RBIs here. And this is going to prompt a visit from the VSA coach in the meantime. Let's check out this side. There we go. Got a view of third base coach and Mikey Ramirez chatting. Got the meeting of the infielders on the mound as well. Trying out some different stuff today with the camera angles. Figure we have a better view up here with a little bit of a zoomed in action. We've had the field level before. We've had the dugout. Only issue is that the netting seems to be in the way and a little hard to see, I guess, the depth of the field of play, but just testing out all sorts of different angles here. Reckon it might not make too big of a difference since the end of the season, but certainly want to make the viewing experience as enjoyable as we can for you at home. But we'll return back to action. We are ready to go, it looks like. Meeting on the mound's over. Shortstop playing a little bit closer to second than second baseman is. Oh, no pitch onto Ramirez is hit out to right field. It's going to hang up for out number 3. And more runners left on base here for the A's. Bases juiced. That's the second time they've left bases loaded. And we'll head to the top of the 9th. VSA looking to score some more runs to pad that lead before the A's have their last at-bats. All right, it's the last inning here. A's looking to shut it down and take that 1-run deficit into the ninth and try and come back with another walk-off. Saw them walk off the Anchors on Sunday evening. Leadoff hitter for VSA is Fonseca as he swings and misses there. 0-2. Fonseca pinch hitting here for Frost, and he is officially the last sub available on the bench. The VSA has burned all of their subs. Everybody has played. 1-2 pitch now from Noonan to Fonseca. He is behind that one, and it is strikeout 3. Second K for Noonan on the day. Looks to be 10 strikeouts total for the combined effort of Medina, Rosen, and Noonan. With one down, it's Nico Reed. His third at bat of the day came in for Haslam in the 4th inning. Tough day for him at the plate so far. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Starts out this at bat though with a ball, 1-0. Noonan comes back with another ball, high and outside. Noonan comes back with one down the pipe. It's fouled into the screen, 2-1. So hits are even here, 8-8 for each team. So are the errors, and the runs just almost even, but still advantaging VSA. They've had the lead ever since that big 5-run 3rd inning. In some ways, you could say self-inflicted from the A's with some not so good play. Another strikeout there for Noonan, and he has fanned 2 in a row in this inning, 3 total. But getting back to that 3rd inning, it was 5 runs given up, and no runs were earned for Medina there, so that tells the story. Noonan lets that one go a little too early. He's not happy with that one. Nearly hit Ferreira, but able to dodge that one for 1-0. Noonan able to release that one just at the right time, breaks in for a strike, 1-1. Another off speed in there for a strike, 1-2. Hit out to center field's going to drop for a single. VSA not quite done yet on offense. Ferreira with his 3rd hit of the night. All of them being of the single variety, but he'll certainly take that night at the plate. Yanez comes in for his 2nd at bat. First time up, he singled, came in for Soto after Soto's 3 at bats. First pitch from Noonan, fouled away, 0-1. This one served out to right field. It falls foul, though, 0-2. So quick 0-2 hole here. Giannis finds himself in against Noonan. Noonan looking to record all 3 outs himself with strikeouts. First 2 being Fonseca and Reed. 0-2 pitch on the way. Not quite yet. Fouled away. Another 0-2 pitch. Ooh, tried to get the outside there with a curveball, but doesn't get it. 1-2. Another one served up foul. It goes behind the A's dugout. Wow, 2 in a row, interestingly enough, that hits the facade of the second level and then bounces into the lower level seats. First ball of the at bat there, 1-2. Noonan still looking for that final punch out pitch to Giannis. Fouled into the dugout, it looks like there, of the A's. Another 1-2 on the way. My goodness, another foul ball. Giannis absolutely bringing it in this at bat. Saw a similar at bat earlier this game with an A's batter, I do believe. Can't quite remember who it is, though. And Coach Wyatt Featherston throwing the foul balls back into play here to the home plate umpire. So we're restocked. We're ready to go. 1-2 pitch. Noonan looking the runner over. Comes home. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chases it upstairs. Noonan records all 3 outs via the K. A's done on defense for now, at least, depending on what happens in the bottom of the 9th. They're down 1, looking to walk it off. We'll see what happens. All right, here we go for the A's. Parker Cristall leading things off. They need at least 1 run, and it's going to start out with a leadoff base runner. Cristall gets hit by a pitch on the first pitch of this inning. All you need is 1, and there it is. Looking to move him around is going to be Julian Rodriguez, the catcher. Didn't get the start, came in for Eaton's after the 5th inning. VSA is leaving Gonzalez out there to finish things out. Granted, it does have to be him. Well, it doesn't have to be him. They could bring in another position player, but they don't have anybody fresh off the bench. Everybody has been burned. 1-0 pitch there. Rodriguez takes. He'll dig back in. We'll see if Cristal plans on taking off for second base. He's stolen the base already in this game. Pretty conservative lead, though. Rodriguez bails out of the way of a high and up pitch, or up and in pitch, I should say, 2-0. Gonzalez taking a peek over at Cristal, comes home. Rodriguez shows bunt, pulls it back, called strike on the pitch, 2-1. Thrown over to first. Cristal was jumping around a little bit, but he jumps back to first in time. Gonzalez was thinking he could get him out in between hops. Instead, it's 2-1. Still, Cristal stays. This one inside to Rodriguez, that is. Ball 3-1. Gonzalez comes back, chopped over to the third baseman, bounces off of his glove. Everybody's going to be safe. Shortstop eats it wisely. Could have made an errant throw and made it worse. But no way that's going to be an error. That's a base hit there for Rodriguez. Third baseman tried to snare the hot shot, bounced off of his glove, and runners on first and second for the A's now with no outs. Hey, you know what? Perry started out the scoring in this game with an RBI single. Could be fitting if he ended it here. Sign gets called out from the dugout. Perry quickly looks. He's got it now. Runners first and second. Still no outs. Gonzalez looking to get out of this jam. First pitch on the way. Perry shows bunts. Bunts it foul into the screen. Looking over at second. Now Gonzalez comes home. Bunt again. It's down successfully down the third base side. Throw on the way is going to be out, but Perry does his job. Moves the runners over. Both runners now in scoring position and just one out. One base hit could walk it off here, and it is Jacob Maynor up to the plate with the chance to do just that. Maynor's been on base twice with a fielder's choice hit by pitch. Takes a strike there. 0-1. As you'd expect, VSA infielders are playing up on the grass here. They're going to cut down Cristal at home if they can. Big swing and a miss from Maynor, 0-2. So back-to-back games here for the A's, of course, with the rest day apart of potential walk-off scenario. Not there, though. Maynor goes down looking on the outside part of the plate. 3 straight pitches. Gonzalez gets him out, and it is make it or break it time here. Luke Nevode stepping up with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Pretty much simple as this. Base hit ends the game. Out ends the game. Nevode sends this out to center field. Oh, it's caught for out number 3. Man. Center fielder had to make a good run on that, but he gets it done. That was so close to being the end of the game. He sent it far, but not quite far enough, and the A's drop this one 5-4. Unsure if this will officially count against the A's record, as technically no, there was an infraction that would be counted as a forfeit, but it went the distance. It's summer ball, so that would be 27-11 for the A's. Tough way to start out the week here, and it really comes down to that third inning. 5 runs given up, none of them being earned, and it ultimately sinks the A's here today. So 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for VSA, 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Athletics. Equal game, even game, but VSA comes out on top, finally gets the win against the A's this season after a tough first few games this year against the A's. We'll have the day off tomorrow. We're going to be driving up to Redding, California for our last away series of the year. Games are going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday at Tiger Field in Redding, California. And all games are going to be at 7:15 p.m. Definitely understandable, as it is hot up in Redding as well. They're no stranger to the heat, just like we are not either. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing some of y'all up there that can make the trip. And looking forward to our last away trip of the year. It's winding down, only 5 games to go. And thank you for your patience with the stream today. Very frustrating that we have to deal with that from time to time. But once we reestablished the stream, it seemed to be good from there. And of course, thank you as always for tuning in. We will see you on Thursday.